Hi, I'm Nick. This is my Lego Pirates build. So this is a Skull's Eye schooner. It's a Lego set. This is actually a custom Skull's Eye schooner and 2 Imperial flagships put together. It's a black pearl.
So you were able to kind of mash up a lot of different Lego ship elements.
Yeah, so I basically combined I took the instructions for the Skull's Eye schooner and I made it in the colors of the Imperial flagship, and I took 2 of the sails and everything and made it that way. I did the same thing with the Caribbean Clipper on the other side.
So then outside of the ships, what's happening down at this end of the layout?
Just a general pirate attack. They're actually going to converge on this and we'll actually do a double broadside, and this one will hit that side, that one hit that side, and this will sink. And then these are actually there to pick up the pieces. But yeah, then you got the Islanders too, and obviously Scooby running from. I like the sharks though.
I like the way you did the island builds too, with the palm trees sticking out. It kind of adds some variety to the water.
The islands are one of my favorite things to build, actually. I like doing that. I love building landscapes, to be honest. Like this kind of started out as like a landscape piece, actually, and evolved into more of a city.
There you go.
Yeah, I was stuck on Zoom calls for COVID, so this is what came out of it.
Hey, I love it. You've got another faction represented over here on this tower.
The minions? Yeah, I like the minions. Wish I had some more of them. I'll put them in.
We'll see how they impact the battle out here.
Yeah, sounds good.
So then we'll make our way towards kind of the city, which is the main portion of the build here. And we first reached the beach area. It looks like there's some nice kind of beach beds.
Surf shop, little beach action. There's actually a pizzeria that's supposed to go in there from the 90s. But then I put the gateway in there. That's like a triumphal arch going back to like architecture with some columns. Those 2 houses are my design. Hey, actually, you want to get some here? You want to get the interior of them?
You can also get kind of a look at some rock work and stuff back here.
So the rock wall's not complete, but you can get the interior of the shops.
Everybody needs a fancy hat.
Everybody does need a fancy hat and some fancy pants. But yeah, I try to do the interiors of. These ones aren't done fully, but.
I love modular buildings with cool interiors like that. Very well done.
Yeah, these are fun to build. I love the modular buildings. And I like trying to build my own custom versions of them.
Yeah.
So then this was 2 boutique hotels combined together. Fountain, my own design. Clock tower, my own design. Bank, my own design. Inn, my own design. The Parisian restaurant and the Birch Books, those are sets. And then the fort, this is under construction. There's actually multiple buildings that are supposed to go here. But those are still works in progress.
You got the big kind of lighthouse next to that?
Yeah, so actually there's, you want to go over there, I'll show you that.
Sure, yeah. And check out the lighthouse. And tons of detail in the middle of the city as well.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be a little, like lots more animals and stuff like that. I just didn't have a chance to put it out today. But
I love the guy here. That's like a little, like a Lego Island type of thing.
Lego
Yes.
Island. Yeah, I actually used to play the Lego Island game when I was a kid. I threw him in there as a little Easter egg for that. Glad you recognize that. Yeah, the Infomaniac from Lego Island. But yeah.
And then did you say that's a bank building in the corner? Those columns are really nice.
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, I plan to redo the entire interior with like treasure and gold and all that stuff and jewels. But yeah, I'll show you the lighthouse over here. So I'm actually going to put LEDs in the stained glass so that it all illuminates. And then there's actually going to be, when I reprogram it, there's going to be a working clock tower.
Oh, yeah.
With the Lego Mindstorms. So, and then I'm actually going to put LEDs that make the fire glow too. But a few work in progress for the future.
Hey, that's good. Always improving and adding on.
Yeah, got to have something to work for the future, right?
I love this kind of market area out here too.
Yeah, I plan to really expand that. There's going to be some more buildings and stuff that go there, and I really want to add some more shop stalls and stuff. That you can see some blank spaces for where I want to put them. But
looks like here we maybe have some visitors from afar arriving at the docks.
Yep, that's a custom ship I made from the castle theme, using the Imperial trading ship model from the 90s.
Your fountain design is also really nice, kind of as a middle centerpiece.
Yeah, I just kind of made that up, actually. I was just building one day, and it came out of that. I don't know. I liked it. I like building fountains and stuff like that, and water.
What do the gold elements represent?
Those are compass quadrants, north, south, east, west. And I liked the gold tiles. I thought they were cool.
Yeah.
Thought they stood out.
And what was this? This was the inn here?
This is an inn. Yeah, here, let me pop this up for you.
Do you try to put interiors on a lot of your buildings?
Yes, when I can.
Tons of little food elements, drinks, all sorts of stuff.
Yep. I didn't get a chance to add all the guys on the interiors yet either, but usually there's guys on the interiors. But as no one sees it, no one really cares, you know? No sense in doing it now.
Right. I like the air balloons kind of floating above the city.
Yeah, someone asked me if they were time period correct, and I told them probably not, but
You can have some fun with it.
yeah, you got to have a little fun with it. My favorite's actually this ship right here. Spent a long time on this, many years actually. I bought all the pieces for this about 10 years ago, and I had it built in a different style. But then when they came out with the new black Barracuda Bay, I decided to rebuild it in the new style as a Spanish galleon. So there's actually, those cannons are rare shooting European cannons from the 90s when they were banned in the US.
Good stuff.
Yeah, banned Lego toys. But I liked the chrome and stuff, and that was one of my favorite ones to build. And then, yeah, that one over there is 2 Caribbean Clippers built in the old Black Sea Barracuda Bay style. Because I was never a big fan of the colonial ships. And the pirate ships are always bigger than the, soldiers. Didn't make any sense. So I made their ships bigger. But yeah, very fun.
This ship is very impressive here, of how it's all white and then using kind of the blue and green accents on there. Yeah. Very unusual look, but I think it turns out really nice.
So that's keeping with the original theme colors of the Armada flagship that came out. It used blue, white, yellow, and green, and little red. So I tried to keep the same colors, and I used all the same windows and the cannons from the ship, as well as the sails and all that. So I tried to keep it as much to the original ship as possible, while also making it more updated and new, because pirates haven't been touched since like the 90s. So.
And you can see the fort is very heavily defended with all the cannons pointing out here.
Yes. I might even add another row on top of that with them. But yeah, very easily defended. Yep.
So as you add things, will the overall layout get bigger, or are you just adding more detail and stuff to what's already here?
At this point, it's pretty much set on what I'm going to do. I got to add. It's going to be like the level of detail that you saw over there and on the islands, that'll eventually be everywhere. It just takes time to get there. Like, that's why you can see that like this stonework isn't as well done as that stonework. Haven't gotten over there yet. Ran out of pieces too.
Right, but it does add a lot when you're able to add those types of elements in and not just kind of all studs.
Yeah, exactly. I really like texturing things. Even if like you have to do some like raising of the texture and do something like I don't like studs alone. No, I think it looks much better when you decorate it with. So.
The side of your lighthouse here has kind of some nice texture to it.
Yeah, so I actually plan to put vines and plants all along the side of that. Again, just haven't had time. But yeah, I plan to do, honestly, yeah, the design and layout I would say is set. And yeah, now it's going to be going more detail, finishing stuff like the rock wall along the back. And just adding in more general detail, texturing the water over here. Because texturing the water just takes a lot of time and a lot of parts, honestly.
Right, very parts intensive.
Very parts intensive. Like, you can see how many, trans clear pieces I used over here. I actually cleaned out the Lego store pick-a-brick to do that. And when I asked them if they had more, they were like, no.
Do you know how many pieces are in the whole layout?
No, I have no idea, actually. Probably tens of thousands, though, I would assume.
How many base plates does this measure? Do you know how big the whole thing is?
16 feet by 5 feet, something like that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's 45 blue plates alone, and probably 20 of those. Yeah, there's quite a bit. Got a lot bigger than I thought it was. Well, actually, I also had to fit it to make the tables, so I extended it to fit the table length. Okay. But yeah, no, it's pretty big. It got bigger than I thought it was going to be honest. I was never able to fully assemble it in my house, so I had to do it in 2 halves. So this is my first time actually displaying it out. So
I love layouts like this because there's so much action and so much happening, whether it's on the water itself with all of the ships or just all the different characters in the buildings here. So you can really have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, so when we were deciding how to lay out the tables, they originally had it as a square. And when you did that, it went way too far back and you could hardly see some of the detail and stuff like that. So I like moving it wide instead of having it a square. So, yeah, I think the interaction with the people is more, I want them to focus on the details, not the big thing. Because that's what, most of the people that their feedback has been is, oh, we love the little details and stuff. So,
Do you have any plans for more ships or creating other varieties of those in the future?
I have a Black Pearl and a Flying Dutchman that are under construction for that size to replicate the Silent Mary.
Okay.
So yeah, I have 2 ships under construction that I did not get to finish for this year. But yeah, I will have a Flying Dutchman and a Black Pearl that are like big size. So yeah, those are my next 2. And then after that, yeah, I have a couple more hulls. I'll make some merchant ships and stuff like that. But I have a few more ships that aren't even out I didn't get a chance to put together. I have the Creator set, a couple other pirate ships. But you also don't want to clutter it.
Right.
There's
There's always more to add.
yeah, there's always more to add, which it's the fun of it, though. It keeps it going away. It's never ending. There's always something to do. Like you said, there's always more detail to add, and yeah.
Well, great work here. This is, great start you've got going on. Sounds like you've got even cooler plans for the future, so hopefully we'll see some more in the future from you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was nice to meet you guys.